This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at sphererocketva.com and find out how we can make your life easier.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Icon Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Gianna, and today we have the opportunity of talking to Rupesh. Welcome.
Hey, how are you, Gianna? Nice to meet you, and I'm glad to be on the show.
I'm good. I'm excited to have you. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? How'd you get into real estate?
Yeah, I'm Rupesh. I'm originally from the UK, and I've been in the US about 15 years, and I've been in real estate about 13 years, and as I already mentioned, I'm in the South Carolina upstate market, Greenville, Spartanburg, and I got into real estate back when the economy crashed the last time. It was in 2007, 2008, I believe, and I really was forced into real estate because no companies were hiring, and I had a unexpected child that was coming on the way, and I had a lot of insurance bills that were coming to me, and I had to make sure I could keep the baby fed. So I was kind of forced into real estate because I knew in real estate you could really, earn as much as you want, and your income was not capped like it was in most corporate companies that were hiring back then.
Absolutely. And how were you introduced to EXP? Was it your first brokerage?
So that's a great question. I originally started out at Century 21. I was there as a part-time agent, and then went full-time, and I was really there for basically the whole time until I came to EXP. And so I came to EXP. I think it'd be 3 years in October that I'll be here at the company. And I'd looked at it before, and just really wasn't something that kind of stood out to me. I was really busy building my real estate business as an agent, obviously trying to, become a top producer. So yeah, that's where I started out originally, was at Century 21, and I've been at EXP for about 3 years come October.
Okay, awesome. Have you iconed all 3 years?
Yeah. So yeah, it will actually. Sorry, maybe it's going to be. I'm not sure how it all works, but basically, I have iconed every single year since I've been here. So yeah, love iconing and love everything about it.
And now that you've been over here for a while, what is something that you really love about EXP, right? Because it's got collaboration, stock options, rev share, EXP world. So what is something you've really fallen in love with now that you've been with EXP a while?
So I would say there's a couple of things that I really love about EXP. As I run a real estate team, what I love about it is that you really do have the ability to kind of own your own brokerage without owning all the other things that we have to have. Like we don't have to have a broker that is so on my payroll like you would if I was to open up my own franchise. So I love the fact that you've got pretty much a brokerage in a box, without all the costs that come with owning your own brokerage. And the second most important thing, I think you hit on it earlier, was the collaboration. And I know that we use that word over and over again, but at EXP, what I love about EXP is that we're all in this together, and I guess because we're all owners in the company, people are more open to sharing what is working, what's not working, and it really feels like a true family that is actually wanting everybody to win. So those are the couple of things that really stood out to me. Obviously, rev share is an extra bonus for bringing people into the company, and also obviously the stock options is obviously that's another great part of EXP that we all get to participate in, whether it's me or any other agent in the company. So yeah, those are the things that we love about the company so far.
Absolutely. And before we dive into all things production and being an agent, let's talk a little bit about you. It sounds like you've got a family and you're running a full-scale business. So where do you draw the line between work and play and chase after work-life balance?
Well, I would like to say I've got it all mastered out, but I really am passionate about what I do. So I think anytime that you have that, I mean, obviously it's a blessing when you can, feel like work is not work, and obviously the downside to that is really sometimes you can work a little bit more than you should. So I think trying to get that work-life balance is, first of all, you have to understand that you have to have that time with your family. You have to have that time for yourself. And I haven't got it all figured out, but that's a work in progress. So yeah, I mean, but I definitely feel like it is an important part of the real estate agents process is taking time for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And burnout mode can take up to 2 years to recover from. So that's a really important um, thing to be conscious of when you are in the world of real estate.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I go through little phases. I'll know where my body needs a break,
Mhm.
and then what I'll do is I'll usually just take a hike. Take a day off, get outside. Usually, we don't get outside enough, and obviously, being out in nature and in sunshine obviously does the body a world of good. So I try to focus on those times, and I try to be intuitive and in tune with my body at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. And let's dive into a little bit about the Icon Award while you're here. So in your market, what does that average housing price look like? How many houses do you have to sell before you cap out that $16,000 cap?
I think the last time I checked, it was I think it's about 30 transactions.
Yep.
But obviously, depending on a person's average sales price, we are in a lower average sales price than most parts of the country. We're here about 250,000. So based off that, you're looking at about 30 closed transactions. Obviously, if you're in a higher price point market, obviously that can come down. So that's what we're typically seeing here as an icon agent.
Absolutely. And the next question is going to be, it's more than just production. You also have that cultural commitment, right? So teaching, mentoring, vetting other icons. So what avenue do you take to fulfill that and why?
So obviously, I always, as a person, I always want to be giving back to people who have, who are in the real estate industry. We know that it's a 98% failure rate. So I have a team, as you know. One of the main reasons why I, built a team was to, not to serve me, but for me to serve them, in terms of me helping you know, helping the agents succeed so that they don't actually fail like they do at most brokerages. So, that is a big thing for me, and that is, how I want to contribute back to the real estate industry that's given me so much, in the time that I've been in.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of benefits when it comes to being an icon agent. You are part of an elite status. Only top 2% of agents in the brokerage make it there out of 83,000. So that's just a crazy stat. You get a big glass shiny trophy, the opportunity to earn your cap back in stock. So that being said, what's your favorite part of being an icon agent?
I think it's obviously we obviously love to get stock. That's obviously
Yeah,
a great part of our retirement plan. At most brokerages they do not have any kind of ownership in the company, and I think what the biggest thing I get out of owning stock in the company is it actually makes me feel like I guess that this is part of how can I explain it? That we are actually owners, just like any other company, which actually brings us together even more. And being an icon agent, obviously, the collaboration, the opportunities to mentor other people, within the company, because obviously that is part of our, program that we have to sometimes give back to the agents at our company. So I think that's one of the most important things for me is knowing that I've got not only mentorship opportunities to give to other agents, but also I'm building another pillar of of income potentially for retirement. So, that's really important. And obviously having ownership in the company is really important too.
Yeah, absolutely. What better way to practice employee retention than to give them a piece of the pie, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And when it comes to either being a new rookie agent at EXP or maybe making that transfer from another brokerage and you've already got some experience under your belt, what does it look like being a first year icon? Is that possible? What are some goals they should focus on and big mistakes to avoid?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything is achievable. I was just listening to somebody who was interviewing with me. I think it was just yesterday, and the broker that was leading the training at that real estate training company that has nothing to do with EXP. They actually looked at her and told her you'd be lucky to sell 1 or 2 homes in your first year, and I just thought that was just flabbergasting that somebody would actually tell a person that's all they could achieve when I know that's not true. In my first full year as a real estate agent, I sold 38 homes on my own. And, I think that it's all going to start with the mindset of the person. The person has to believe it first. First of all, what they have to do is they have to set it as a goal, and they have to be thinking about it. And every single day, they have to be obsessed about that goal and go after it by putting in the activities that's going to drive the result in getting to the icon status. I believe anything that you want to be achieved in life, you just gotta first of all have a thought and think about it, and then you've got to go after it by doing the activities that will take you there to hit that goal.
Absolutely. And, as far as EXP goes, right, it offers a lot of great, just amenities and benefits for the agents. So were you ever skeptical, kind of too good to be true of EXP?
Well, in the beginning, I was skeptical. I know they talk about collaboration and how the company is so collaborative in terms of the training and all that. I was skeptical, meaning I thought that maybe it was just it was more about everybody trying to get rev share or try to recruit me. But I can tell you one thing: once I joined, I saw that was totally not the case. I remember vividly my first mastermind that I went to, which was the Sprint. That's a conference that the EXP corporate holds for people who have brought agents into the company. And what I felt straight away was the connection to not only agents within the company, but a connection with the people who are on the higher up level. The president, Dave Canord. I was able to have dinner with him and his family. There was a few of the other top agents within the company that were there, and now when I go to the events, it's like that is the family that I surround myself with. So the collaboration doesn't only just happen as agents. I feel like we're one big family, and it comes from the bottom up, and it goes all the way up to the people in the corporate level as well. So that was the one thing that really stood out to me, was that we were I was in proximity to people who were so powerful within our company, and they always say proximity is power, and here I was with the most powerful people at EXP Realty.
And on that note, what would you have to say to somebody that's watching right now? They're nervous about making that switch to EXP, right? They hear all the bad things, the cult, it's a pyramid scheme, don't drink the Kool-Aid. They see the greener grass. So what would you have to say to them to kind of ease them in making the decision to come over?
Well, I would also say, the first thing that, when I was leaving Central 21, I did my homework. And, I looked at, buying a franchise, starting an independent company. I looked at all different models that are out there. And what I found was they were all doing the same thing underneath a different franchise name or a different, logo. And nobody actually, offered the same things that EXP offered. And that's, you have leads, which is leads and marketing, which obviously we know you can get a KB Core website. You cannot get rev share the way you do here at EXP. You don't have the stock options, and the main thing, as we already mentioned, was the collaboration piece. You cannot get the training that you can at EXP. So what I would do is take some time, do some homework, get to an event, You'll realize that this company's going places. There's so much energy, there's so much excitement, and I think that what I would do is stop listening to the people who are telling you that it's whatever it is, and just go and experience it for yourself. Because at the end of the day, everything that you're doing is for yourself, and you have to make a decision at some point. Do you want to be with a company that's growing and going places, and it's not too late? We're only just getting started. Or do you want to just stay where you're at, which is comfortable? And I think sometimes we have to get out of our comfort zone to take that next step and be brave.
Right, you're right. And when it comes to coming over to EXP, that, like you said, the ship has not left yet, and it's not a matter of if you come over to EXP, it's when. It's a flagship.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what my thing is. You're eventually going to be here. You may go to another brokerage and then and end up coming here. Why don't we just cut out the middleman and just come here right away? And I can tell you something, with me being at Century 21 for almost 12, 13 years, I was not looking to hop brokerages. What my goal was to be at a place where I was going to be at until the day I actually decided I don't want to sell real estate anymore and I want to retire. So I did my homework. If you are looking for a place that is long-term with everything that we just talked about, I don't think there is a better brokerage that's out there. And I feel like, we're only just getting started, and, there's so much excitement that's about to come.
Absolutely. I think that this has been an awesome episode. We just hit 17 minutes. Is there anything that you want to leave the listeners with today as we wrap it up?
No, I think, I just want to just put some positivity out there. As I mentioned earlier, you can really achieve anything you want to in life, but you've got to have the courage to be able to think about that and be clear on what it is that you want and just go after it. So that would be my advice to you, and I hope to see you at EXP one day. And if you do come and see, come to one of the events, or if I see you, or if you see me, come and say hello, and be looking forward to seeing you on the other side.
Absolutely. Feel free to reach out to him, guys, if you feel like you've got more questions about EXP. And are you going to be at EXPCon?
I will. I just got my ticket actually the other day, so I'll be there, and I hope to see you there, and anybody else who's going to be there. And if I see you at the bar, you can buy me a drink.
I've got the company card. Sounds good.
Just in there, so I'll tap your shoulder and ask him for a drink.
Hey, you count on it, okay? Well, thank you so much for your time today. It has been a pleasure, and I can't wait to see you in Vegas.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to it.
Bye.
Bye.
This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success, and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at SphereRocketVA.com and find out how we can make your life easier.